Oh, please let there be sound. Can you guys hear me? Oh, please let there be sound. Can you guys hear me? Okay, well, third time's a charm. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for uh, thanks for playing along. Well, I don't know what happened. I did it the same way that I always do it. Very, very odd. Okay, and can you hear me well? Can you? Well, third time's a charm. Good afternoon. Can everyone hear me clearly? Am I loud enough? Because that's a thing too. Yeah, is right, Lori. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Regine. Okay, so give me a second. I've got a few links that I want to put in for y'all. Um, hmm. I want to put in. What do I want to put in? I'm putting in the wild berries mold because we're going to use that today. And I'm going to put in kindest regards because we're going to use that as well. I only have a couple of kindest regards, but if you want one and you don't get one, just send me a message. Let me know because I can get stuff in like 2 or 3 days. It doesn't take long at all. Oh, thank you, Linda. Thank you, Regine. I thought I had a. Hold on. Now I'm all discombobulated. Hold on. We really are going to do something. I know it doesn't seem very likely right now, but we are. Oh my gosh. Okay. Give me a second. Um, Hi, Vicki. So, how's everyone today? This is afternoon, 1 o'clock. So this is I'm usually at 11, but I've changed it to 1 because I think y'all it's 4 o'clock for most of you, so that seems like a better time. We'll see how that works out. We'll just see how that works out. I'm still doing some stuff here. I want to make sure my sound stays on. So I'm doing a little bit of internet stuff here, which is always scary. I don't think I'm going to disappear, but you never know. Okay, so we've got a couple of links there for you. Hold on. And this is the one we're doing right now, so hold on, hold on. Hi, Joyce. You did catch me live, honey. Hi, Susan. Sounds good. Yeah, I got my sound back, Susan. Yay, me. Um, Now I don't know if I'm in the right. Okay, I am in the right place. I'm also sharing, I think, a link to it's 6:28 in Australia. Wow. Well, welcome from Australia. That's wild. Okay, we really are going to start here, you guys. Well, this says was live. Hold on. Boy, this is not, am I live in two places? No, surely that can't be happening. Hi, Shannon. I'm so confused, you guys. I'm so confused. Okay. You know what? We're just going to go with it. You can hear me, and we're just going with it, okay? So, I have an idea. Here's my idea. I took a, first of all, exclamation point notify here at Old to Ooh La La Art. If you put this in the comments, you'll be notified when I go live. Sometimes I go live, not on Tuesdays. Like today, Sunday, I went live on Sunday, which I don't generally do. So put that in, type that in, and it's all like together. There's no spaces, okay? Give me a minute. I'm trying to get the right live to come up on my phone so I can see your comments easier. All right, there it is. There it is. Okay. Ah, you did it right, Betty. Good for you. Okay. All right. I think I think we're I think we're golden. I'm putting in one more link. I hope it works. And that is a link to forget the links. Jeez. It's like it's my first time. What a dummy. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me get my act together here. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I put in a link. Hi, Patricia. Welcome to the S show. This is nuts. All right, let me see. Now I'm all kind of beside myself because I don't like problems. Deep breath. I'm gonna have a drink of water, and we're gonna get going. So here's how I started. I did some prep work already. All right. This is just, look, this is how it started out. It's it's nice wood. It's a wood box. It's 8x8, and I got it at Goodwill. So anything 8x8 wood is going to work for you. It had some real cool like rivets on the sides, so I just kind of went with that. You know, I didn't paint them completely. I'm trying to breathe, Susan. I didn't paint them completely. I just kind of went with it. You know. So here's what I started with. I started with um, farmhouse linen. Excuse me. And I painted the whole thing and the sides. But as you can see, I didn't. I just kind of went over this. I didn't paint them solid because I kind of like that look. So farmhouse linen. Then I went with this product. It's Crackle Medium. Can somebody put in a link to Robin's song? Does anybody have? Oh, I'll do it. I'll do it. Because that's where I got all the products for that I'm using here. And you're not gonna believe this. My phone's almost out of batteries. I mean, I'm on a computer doing the live, but oh my word. Okay, this is one of those lives. All right. Hi, Cheryl. Okay. So anyway, this is a product by Pentart, and you can get it from Robin. Okay, I just put in a link for her. So I painted farmhouse linen everywhere. Then I put a layer of this. It's one step crackle. It's not that fine line stuff. And you get stuff like this, okay? So, you know, strike everything I just told you. What a, see, this is gonna be, oh my gosh, you guys. All right, let's pretend like we're just started. Hi, I'm Victoria from Old to Ooh La La Art. Thanks for joining me today. I've got a project here that I want to tell you about. So here's what I did. I have this piece of wood. It's 8 by 8. It's real nice and sturdy. Okay. The first step was I painted the entire piece driftwood. It's kind of a light brown. Okay. This is the first. This is the first layer of paint is driftwood. Then I gave it a coat of crackle medium. The sides and the front with driftwood, and then crackle medium on the sides and the front, okay? That's what gives you this effect here, this nice crackle that's all over, okay? Then I came in with farmhouse linen. After this was dry, this has to be dry, and it gets shiny. It kind of looks like a shiny nail polish. And then you take and you get your farmhouse linen on your brush and one swipe. Don't do this. Don't do this, okay? Think of it as laying down that paint. You're just going to lay down the paint. If your brush strokes aren't even, that doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter that looks perfect, because this is what you're going for. You're going for that imperfect kind of look, okay? But if you go back and forth like this, you're laying down the paint. When you come back, you're going to lift all that paint back up, because it lifts right back up off of this, okay? So once you get that covered, and I did the sides as well, put a little heat on it, okay? A little bit of heat, and you'll start to get crackle. And that's amazing. Then I took my Kindest Regards stamp, which is just, it's a great stamp. I took my Kindest Regards stamp and I stamped in black, iron orchid black ink. Okay, I stamped that on there. Then I got my you know what's coming from Vintage Textures in black, and I gave it one of these. I did that on the sides as well, okay? Then I took my ink blender with black. Wait a minute, there was one more step that I don't normally do, but I did it this time because I always forget about these little guys and I just love them. These are also in the Vintage Textures. It's like four by four pieces, okay? And these are little edges, okay? So I just took an edge, I put it on a thin mount, okay, like this. And you can see maybe you can see it from the back better. Yeah, like see, if you put it along the edge of something, it gives you, hi Carol, it gives you a really nice edge. Carol, thank you for your order. If you want to add anything to it, just go ahead and I'll, because we're talking about Kindest Regards, I don't know if you have that. Just go ahead and order it and I'll refund your shipping. So I took this and I inked it, but I only put it on halfway. I didn't put it all the way. I only did it halfway because I only wanted this really cool kind of messy kind of edging, and I didn't want it like all the way in like this much. So I just did half of the stamp and I went all the way around, all the way around, all the way around, all the way around the whole thing. And that's how we got to here. Okay. Hi, Micheline. How are you, sweetheart? I haven't seen you in a long time. Now, this is where it gets interesting. I cut out a heart, okay? I laid a piece of paper, kind of like a folded piece of paper, and I just kind of traced, because I want some of my background to show, but I don't want it all to show, okay? So that's how much of my background is going to show, which seems a shame, huh? Because it's so beautiful. But, you know, it is what it is. And I might even, no, I'm not going to mess with it. I like the heart just the way it is. So this is my pattern, okay? And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my pattern on my box. I got to hold it up for a second. I'm going to trace around it with pencil, and it's okay. It's not a problem. I'm going to trace around it with pencil, make sure it's straight. Okay. I got the one pencil that doesn't have any lead in it. No lead in the pencil. That's never good. I'm tracing all the way around this, and I hope it shows up. Oh yeah, perfect. Okay, so tracing, tracing, tracing. Tracing. That's it. Now I have a pattern that I can follow. I know it's hard for y'all to see, but it's there. Okay? So now I'm to this part. Now I'm going to take my wild berries mold, and we're actually going to work with clay. I know, right? I never work with clay, and you'll see why in a minute because it's so messy. But, you know, that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to make just the strawberries. Okay? There's like boysenberries on here. I guess I could do boysenberries too. I didn't think about that. Hold on, let me think. So I love the strawberries. Yeah, I just want strawberries. Sorry. Sorry, boysenberries. I just want strawberries, okay? So that's all I'm doing is the strawberries. I think this is a strawberry blossom right there. Strawberry leaves, all the strawberries. And like this part is the boysenberries or blueberries. Look, here's the strawberry right here. Okay, so we're gonna make all those. And I'm just using creative paper clay. I think it's in my Amazon shop. I'll put a link to that too. So I'm just kind of warming this up. If you hold it in your hand, you can warm it up and it's easier to work with. Okay, so this is going to be boring. How boring is it to watch somebody do molds? Pretty boring. Okay, so there's, and then you just kind of pull back with your fingers. Some people use like a tool. I just use my fingers. Sometimes I use my nail, and you got that nice micro rim, so you get a really nice, what am I trying to say? Outcome. Wow, this is going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. Okay. You know what I should have done? I should have filled in the whole thing, or at least most of it, before I came on camera. But then I would have done practically the whole project without y'all, so that doesn't make any sense, does it? I know, Lori, here's why no hot glue. Let me think about that for a minute. No hot glue because I want to pull these apart, and I could pull hot glue apart. In fact, now you're making me rethink because this is such a mess. Ugh, I'm just not a clay fan at all. We're going to go with clay, okay? It takes longer, it's messier. But we're going to be taking all this stuff apart So even though we are making it all one big piece, we're going to be cutting it all apart to, you know, serve our purposes. This is going to take forever. What was I thinking? Oh my gosh. Okay. Somebody tell us a story. I don't have any good stories. And my clay's a little bit on the hard side, so because I never use clay, I keep it in the refrigerator. So, you know, it lasts for a very long time, but it's not that soft, beautiful, you know, thing that you get when you first open it. Just about ready to get out my glue gun, you guys. But I guess we got to go with it because I've already started the mess, so we'll go with it, okay? If you want to go get a beverage or something, feel free. Just not a fan of this. And, you know, and now that I think of it, I probably could have done it with hot glue and just cut everything apart. But I got it in my head that, I don't know what was in my head. Who knows? Who knows what goes on up there? I know what this is going to look like when I'm done, and I'm very excited about it. We're almost there. We're almost there, you guys. When I work with clay, I generally get my brayer out, and I'm doing good. Thanks for the encouragement, Lori. I usually get my brayer out, and I work from the center out. If you work from the edge and you pull back, sometimes it'll pull it right out of the mold. So I kind of work from the center out, so I make sure that I have nice, you know, that I'm really driven that clay down into all of the nooks and crannies. Look, we only have that much to go, and that, and that. We're almost there. I promise. Hi, Lori. I'll be fine, Lori. Oh yeah, Susan. That I've done that forever, and it really helps. Again, I mean, you can see the wisdom of that. It really drives your clay down into all the places instead of having to use your hands, you know, because I don't know, my hands get tired. My hands are so tired right now. That's why I like hot glue. I just love the blossoms on this. Love the blossoms. In the class with Purchase, we did just a absolutely beautiful big tag, big 8x4 tag, and we made a key out of the strawberry mold, and it's just beautiful. It's a key with a strawberry on it. It's really, really pretty. So I really like, you know, these boysenberries, raspberries, whatever they are, they don't thrill me like the strawberry does. They're pretty. I promise you guys it's going to be worth it. I made something else today too while I was waiting for 1 o'clock, because like 11 is like my, you know, that's like my time. That's like I've got my kitchen cleaned up, my husband's out the door for work, and 11 o'clock is like a really good time for me to do a live, but it's not good for y'all. So if if I'm going live and there's nobody there, it kind of defeats the purpose. So I actually had some time to make something, or I'm working on something. I'll show you in a little bit. I'm feeling very inspired these last couple of days, which is nice. I kind of got a little bit of a, not a burnout, well, yeah, I guess a burnout, I guess you could call it that, you know, doing all those classes and getting all that shipping out and worrying about stock, and that was a lot. Very, very grateful that I had that to worry about, but it was a little spent. We're so close. Lori, you did it? I'm so glad. I'm so glad, and it worked out well. Oh, I'm so happy. Wasn't it fun? It's so fun. And you can make it with anything. Any mold that you have, you just make the, you know, the key portion from Lock and Key, and get a butterfly mold from Monarch, or get a fleur-de-lis from Laurel, or get, no, I think it's from fleur-de-lis, or, you know, do a little raspberry key, or I've made keys out of every kind of mold. It's so fun, and it looks so cool on your project, you know, because it just kind of continues whatever theme you're working with. Oh my gosh, you guys, we're done. We're done with this part. We're gonna have to make more, but this is where we're gonna start. So I want you to see, this is why I don't like clay. Look, gross. Fun and easy, exactly right. Hi, Elizabeth. Well, honey, you're not you're not really that late, because it took me 3 tries to get the sound going. So we've had an interesting start, but we're on track now, so that's good. So I'm going to turn this over. Let the mold do the work, you guys. Look, you can bend these literally in half, okay? I'm just going to do this and roll this right back off of my, that strawberry fell out all by itself. I didn't even have to touch it. I'm not worried if this separates, because we're going to separate it all anyway. If you need to kind of gently glide it out with your fingers, that's okay too. Oh, look how pretty that is. That's the leaves off of a flower. Where's that flower? There it is. It doesn't matter that it came apart. We'll just glue it back together. Okay, so we've got some pieces to start with. Now, let's go back to our box. Yes, yeah, I really liked it. I mean, everything was good, right? Everything was good. The stamps were great. The molds were great. Here's my idea. I want to fill this whole heart in with strawberries. And then we're going to give it, well, we'll talk about that when we get there. Since I'm talking about it right now. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to make an outline of strawberries. Kind of like this. Here's a nice see how this curves here, so that's nice up there because it curves. Right now I'm just making an outline, a heart outline, and then we can fill it all in. A lot of mold work. So see, I'll be taking these that we made over here, I'll be cutting them apart Right now I'm just using the loose guys. And get ones that kind of maybe have a curve to them, like that leaf had a nice curve to it, so it makes the top of my heart go the right way. So just take them out and kind of do them like this. I'm going to do that one like that, and I'm just going to snap off that little piece of trim. So you see where I'm going with this? I'm making an outline, and then I'm going to fill this all in with strawberries. And we're going to paint it a beautiful color. Hi, Lourdes. It has been a long time since I've seen you, sweetheart. I'm glad you're here. Okay. More strawberries. If you have to pull them apart to make them make sense, not a big deal. And then when we come into these, I'm probably going to get a little, it's literally a steak knife from my kitchen. I do like these big leaves because that's going to take up a lot of space, so that's a good thing. So maybe and then you could just cut. That would make a lot of sense because it'd be, and then you could fill in with the pieces that you cut off. But I don't want upside down strawberries, right? I want all my berries to be facing the proper way. Now this is a nice piece that could fit right up into here. So it's going to be like a puzzle, y'all. Like if I take that piece out, I can get that to go right up in there. Then I could fill that in with a little piece perhaps. That's pretty nice, and then I could cut that. I like that idea. So my first thought was that I'll just make like a border, but I like this idea better. And here's why. I like it when things like kind of go off edge, you know. This way everything's going to be like perfectly, you know, like strawberry leaf, strawberry, and this is going to be like part of a strawberry and part of a leaf, and so I like this idea as well. So I'm going to cut this and hope that I'm in the right place. So you see where I'm going here with this? Oh yeah, that's going to make this a lot easier than the way I was going to do it to begin with. Yeah, this is going to be a lot better. Yeah, I like that idea better. See, now I've got, let's move this out so you can see that it's a heart. Now I've got some real, and then I can, oh yes, 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 yes. Keep all these little pieces because you're going to need them to tuck into other places. Oh, it's just working out beautifully. Look at that. Of course, we have to take it off and glue it, but so look at that. Oh, we're going to have this. Oh, it's going to be so pretty. So I think what I'll do is I'll just make another one of these and lay it on this side and then fill in the middle. Yeah, I was making this harder than it needed to be. What are the odds of that? I can take this and kind of soften it and round it and put it right here. That fills that piece in. And I've got a little bit of a strawberry here. I don't like that strawberry there. I have to find something else to put up there. We'll put this guy up there and trim him. Yes, yeah, that was better. My first thought was to make like an outline, but this is better. This is better, this is better. So, the bad news is we have to make more. which is like, ugh, it's a lot of work. Yeah, I like this a lot. Oh, this is going to be perfect. Perfect. Hi, Oliver. All right, bear with me. More. So this big, huge piece is actually our best friend. Who knew? And sometimes you don't know until you start. You don't really know what you're going to need till you start doing it, because I thought this was going to go in a completely different direction. But it's not. It's going in this. Yeah, this is going to be beautiful. And Lori, you know why? Because the painting that we're going to do on this is going to be really, really soft, almost like watercolor, but I am going to use Paint Couture paints, but I'm going to water them down so it's almost like a glaze. It's going to be very, very, very soft colors, not like bright red strawberries and bright green leaves. It's all going to be super, super soft. And then we're going to dry brush linen farmhouse linen over it, and then we're going to hit it with, wait a minute, it gets better. We're going to hit it with gold, obviously. And look, here's my secret surprise. This is going on the top. Could you die? This, it's just so gorgeous. This is in my, here, I better put a link right now because y'all are gonna want one. And it's not, it's a mold and it's not even expensive. It's like, look, I got one going right here. It's like $7 or $8. Let me put a link in for that. And when I bought mine last week, they only had like 7 left. So I don't know how many they have right now. But how fabulous is that going to look on top of there? It's going to be soft colors and very, just, oh my gosh, yeah, I'm so excited. All right, here, get back to work. That it's in the mold section, you guys, on my Amazon store, in my Amazon store. I got lots and lots of plans for that mold, because you can use pieces of it. You don't have to use the whole thing. You can use pieces of it. Man, this clay is as hard as a rock. It's really hard for clay, and clay is generally pretty soft, but I never use clay, so it's been sitting in my refrigerator for months, you know, and it's still usable, but it's not like opening a fresh pack and having it be all nice and soft. Still usable. Still very usable. Oh, this is so pretty. I'm so excited about this. I think I'm going to try to paint it in a way that some of the letters you can see through, but I don't know if that'll work or not. Because here's the thing. We have to paint this after it's glued down, and that's harder to do than to paint something like the hot glue molds. You can paint an antique and you can do the whole thing before you even attach it, excuse me, to your project. With clay, you can't do that, because it's just too flimsy, right? But we'll make it work. I'll make it work. This mold has a little outcropping spot. Oh, why am I so far away? There's little outcropping spots that you need to be aware of. So I'm going to have just enough clay too. And I tried to talk, excuse me, hi Stephanie. I tried to talk myself into going to buy some new clay yesterday, and I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. You know, I hate to leave the house. I hate it. Hate leaving my house. So my husband, bless his heart, see what I'm talking about when you roll back over it? it pulls everything out. So I'm yammering and I'm not paying attention. So my husband does all the grocery shopping now. He calls me like 10 times from the grocery store. He's such a trooper. And so we had a conversation a while back, and I said, you know what? I've been grocery shopping for 30 years and doing all the cooking, and I don't want to go to the grocery store anymore. He's like, really? And I said, yeah, really. Would you do the grocery shopping from now on? He goes, yeah. I'm like, it doesn't bother you? He goes, no, not at all. I'm like, well, why didn't you volunteer 20 years ago? It's like, I didn't know it bothered you. So yeah, so I don't have to do that anymore, which I'm very happy about. Actually bribed him. I said, I'm going to quit cooking if you don't go to the grocery store. Seems fair, right? I think it's fair. Oh, you guys, are you bored to tears? What kind of clay is this? This is called creative paper clay, and I like it. It's good when it's fresh. Like I said, mine has been in the refrigerator for months because, you know, Steph, I don't use clay. I use hot glue, but for some reason, I felt like this would be a clay project. Sometimes you just got to use clay. And as I think about it now, I probably could have used hot glue, but this is good. This is good. Well, it'll work with this. All right. Remember, if you're going to use your brayer, it's from the middle out. Hold on, Robin's texting me. Oh, there you go. Yeah, from like Michael's or whatever. I just have mine sent to my house. Let's see what Robin has to say for herself. Oh, she's with her sweet little grandbaby. Okay. So, Robin has this darling grandbaby, okay? And I'm pretty envious because my son is not even close. He's 30, but his girlfriend doesn't want to get married. She doesn't want to be a mother, you know, but she's only 25. So I didn't want to be a mother at 25 either. So she has time, but I don't have time. I'm old and I want a grandchild. So so Robin sends me all these darling pictures of her granddaughter doing cute things, going down the slide, or, you know, at Christmas time, or, you know, just cute stuff. So I go on the internet and I find pictures of little boy babies, like I have a grandson, and I send her pictures back and I say, here's my grandson going down the slide, or here's my grandson opening his Christmas presents. And we just laugh. I pretend like I have a grandchild, just some random child off of the internet. Okay, so now we've got more. Oh, wait. That's a good flower. We don't want to. I love these flowers because you paint them white and then they have yellow centers. They're so pretty. All right, let's get this out of the way so we can get this back over here. This is making this a lot easier this way. But of course, there's no way I could know that this was going to be easier until I started doing it. Here's what I don't like. My leaves are kind of cut. So I might go here and I might cut down along here and I might, yeah. So I'm going to take this leaf out because see how it's cut? That's not going to look good on the other end. You would do that too, Stephanie? Makes sense, right? I'll just borrow a baby off the internet. And then I feel like I have something to share too. She just laughs. Okay, so then I can tuck this. Here, this isn't supposed to be here. And then I can tuck this leaf right into here. I think this is going bye-bye too, but we're saving them in case we need them. So then this, look, can tuck right into here. Yes. Okay, and then I can cut right along here. Oh, shoot. I was laughing at myself. Jeez, Victoria. I need a little tiny, like maybe this little bud right here. I'm going to pluck him, put him right down here. So we have a nice, like this. Yes, this is working out nicely. Okay, so now I've got this piece here. Here's the bad news. I got to take all of these off and put glue on them. Ugh, my least favorite part. So now this piece, I'm just going to move all these. We might put them back, but for right now I'm going to move them. Yes, it's working nicely. I was just telling him how pathetic I am because I don't have a grandbaby to brag about. And you're so sweet to play along. She's like, oh, look how precious he is. Oh my gosh. Honey, I'm using all your paints, of course, and I put a link in so you're all covered. You can go back and play with your grandbaby. I don't expect you to stay. Now this is, pardon me, this is where we're going to be filling things in, I think, right? So I've got a strawberry that can go right here. See how there's going to be little sections of that wording left, and it might get covered by paint, it just might not, but I kind of like the idea of it kind of showing through a little bit. We'll just see. We'll see what happens. So this could go that way, I think. We need a little something there. Maybe this huge strawberry isn't the best option. There we go. I like that. Okay. What else do we have? I'll cut that off. Okay. You guys get it? Really? Your family lives here in Las Vegas, Paula? We've probably talked about that before, huh? 18 months old. Ugh. Some photo shoots. That would be hilarious. I could send them to my son. He'd kill me. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Look, I'm just missing one little. I don't have anything that I. Oh wait, here I got a couple little berries that I could tuck right here. Okay, that looks like a heart to me. I'm going with it. What do you think? I hate this. I hate this ginormous berry. Oh look, I have all these. I didn't know. Okay. There we go. Oh, look, perfect. Perfect. Is there someplace this should go? Oh, I got lots of little flowers here. I don't like this giant leaf. Too big, too big. I do like this little set of leaves though. So you see, it's going to be like a puzzle, y'all. I'm going to cut this and make it work. I do not want to glue all this down. Your youngest son and his family lives here. Paula, I think you're in California, right? So, look, I think we're on to something. Looks like a heart, right? It's a little... I have to bend this out a little bit. A little sparse in here. I think I can fix that. I think it's important to get everything where it's going to be before you start gluing stuff down. That's my thought on that. So I do have an upside down strawberry here, which I'm not thrilled about, but What do you think? I think that looks nice. I'd like to have this a little more filled in. So I'm going to do that. This is a big strawberry. Let's see if we can make him work for us. That's an even bigger strawberry. There you go. What do you think? It's a little bit bare right there, but I think we can fix that. Oh look, I got this right here. I do like that leaf. I'm going to turn it this way. Does it look like a heart? Brenda, I still don't want to glue this down. It's going to be so messy. Ugh. Ugh. And you know what? Not for nothing, but I'll start on camera, but I'm gonna finish off camera because there'll be some cursing involved. I can almost guarantee it. But that looks good. That's what I had in mind. And then what I'm gonna do down here on one side or the other, there's one little spray of strawberries. Where is it? It's got just like a couple of cute little, it's right there. And I'm going to make it real quick because I want to show you. I'm going to put that down. Here, we can use some of these. I'm going to put that down like it's fallen. I can't wait to paint this. I cannot wait. And paint's not really the right word. It's going to be almost like watercolor. It's going to be very, very, very watered down, very, very soft colors. And because I want to get a French look as much as I can. That's why I want to get, you know, that the piece I showed you that's going to go on top just takes it to a whole different dimension. I think makes it very French. And I think if it had like really harsh like greens and reds and stuff, this isn't that kind of piece. Okay. See, I want to have something kind of like that. Just a little piece down there. Isn't that cute? What do you think? And I'm going to trim these up so they're heart-shaped. Okay, and then this is going to go up here. It's going to be fabulous. Fabulous. Okay, I've got a couple of pieces here that I'm going to leave in case I need them. I might even put a bow on that. We'll have to see. It's hard to make something without a bow. I'm going to kind of round that with my finger a little bit. Might even that's a nice big piece that could serve us better down there, I think. Rustic but elegant home decor and DIY. Hi, what's your name? I don't think I've seen you here before, but welcome. Carol's here. Yeah, the painting's going to be fun. So I'm going to trim this. Need to trim anything in here? I think I'm going to trim this so this comes down right to a point in the middle of our heart. What do we got here? This has to be trimmed just a little. Ah. Okay. This piece, see, I cut it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to, without losing too much of the dimension of it, I'm going to pull it out a little bit to make it, oh there, that's perfect. Okay, no worries. All right, so there's our heart. If I send this to someone, will you glue it all down for me? I think I'm going to glue it down and then trim it, but I think that looks pretty good. It definitely says heart, does it not? I mean, you can definitely see that that's the shape of a heart, right? Here's the part that I love. This is going to be amazing. That's going to be amazing. Yeah, because this will be all, you know, with the gold like that. All right. I'm wasting time because I don't want to glue. Look how dirty my hands are already. Okay, I'm going to glue part of it. Okay, I'm not going to glue the whole thing, I don't think. Let's start over here with these big pieces. All right, so I think I'm just using Titebond, and it's a mess. Look, I have it on the end of a, so I'm going to have to take each piece off and lay it in my hand like this, and do that, and then spread with my fingers. Ugh. All the way to the edges. And then lay it back down. I'm not going to hit it real hard because you don't want to lose the definition on the front of your that's going to have to be trimmed a little bit, but that's okay. Remember the way they're faced when you pick them up. It's going to save you wondering where it goes when you put it back down. kind of lost all, I don't even know what this is. I'm going to try to find what that is and put this over the top of it to get the definition back in it. Or I think it's a strawberry. I might just take this and put like little, like that. It is a strawberry. To put like the little, like the little seeds. Yeah, there. And I do that sometimes when you've kind of mushed something and you've lost the definition. You can go back in and put the definition back in, which I just did. Okay. Okay. We're a quarter of the way done. Thank you, Regine. Oh man. All right, here let's work from the inside out. That makes the most sense, doesn't it? To work from the inside out. We got that. Now we got this big guy. I don't know how y'all do this with clay all the time. Ugh. I just am not, just not having fun. It comes apart. Okay, here. This is gonna break anyway. And I mean, it doesn't really matter if you, glue it back down right next to each other. It's not a big deal, but right on that line. And then this one can butt right up next to it. I'm never doing another clay thing again. This is it. It's the last clay project, y'all. Most impressive art ever. Patricia, thank you so much for that vote of confidence, sweetheart. Thank you. It's been hard won. But sometimes the prettiest things do take the most. And then sometimes you get like this beautiful stuff and you barely worked for it. So this actually is working out fairly well. I just want to make sure that I keep this heart line real defined. And I'm not pressing hard. I'm just giving it, oh, this is going to be so pretty. I'm just giving it a little, just a little love. Just a gentle little press. I'll show you guys what I worked on this morning as soon as, I guess I'm going to glue down this whole thing on camera. It's kind of looking that way, isn't it? I had a little something right there, didn't I? Yeah, but it's got to come down to a point, so I might have to put a leaf in there. Maybe I can stretch this a little. This is a leaf that we're going to put right at the bottom to make it pointed. There, see, so now it comes to a nice point. I don't think that's supposed to be there. Okay. Well, we're not doing too badly. Only have to do this side now. And I might as well do it because I don't want to get my hands as dirty again. So I'm just going to keep going. I don't want to turn it that way because I'll lose my vantage point. I'm not absolutely positive that I'm going to put that there. I think I'm going to. But if I do it and then I decide not that I don't want it there, then what? I feel like this is a huge piece. Oh my. Okay, here we go. Watch this thing fall apart. This is just so, oh my gosh. And it all wants to stick to your hands. I heard something drop off. That's not the worst, huh? Do you want that little thing to lay right in there? Oh, come on. Okay. Okay. That's not bad. What kind of glue am I using? I'm using Type-On. Now I don't know what's glued down in here. Here, that fell off. So this guy's got to go next. And Type-On is very, as you can see, it's quite thick, but it does hold like nobody's business. Well, I'm just, thank you, whoever that was. I'm just so impressed that you guys are hanging with me. So see this, I want to go right on the V of the heart, so I maintain that shape. I'd rather this was really there too, but oh no, look, it pulled my paint up. That's not good. Okay. All right, that was interesting. That pulled my paint up because it sat there for a while. Did you see that? I laid it back down real quick so it wouldn't be an issue, but it did pull the paint back up, so be aware of that. If you're gluing stuff down, make sure kind of that it's like where you want it, because evidently this glue will pull that paint up. Oh, we're close. We're getting so close. I think this goes here. Oh, I think we're almost done. I'm so glad. This guy needs a little glue. And I'm just hugging the curve of this heart. This is our last piece. How'd we do? I'm going to move this off here for a second because I have to look at it this way. Gotta trim this. And don't worry if your pencil lines show, because we're going to be antiquing this, and the antique gel will cover those lines. We got to paint, you know, we still have to paint all this. What do you think? I'm happy. Yeah, I just don't think there's anything else to do here but this. What do you think? I think it turned out pretty good. It's going to be pretty. All right, let's, do I want this here? I think I do. I think it, or maybe on this side. I think it would look cute if there was just like a little, take a vote. What do you guys think? Should I put that little piece down there? I think it'd be cute. Lori. It's a really good mold. All the molds are really good this time. Well, everything's always good every time. I shouldn't say that. There are some releases where I'm like, oh yeah, I can live without that. But this, you know, everything about this release just screams springtime, and I've had more fun. And I still have a lot of ideas. Right now I'm hooked on the Frames 2 mold, which is, you know, not new by any stretch. Let's do a vote. Do I need to put this little piece down here? I use a silicone brush, makeup brush from Dollar Tree to spread the glue. Helps a lot with the stickiness from glue, all clay sticking to my fingers. That would be a good idea. But you know what? My glue is very, very thick, so I'm not really sure that it would spread very well, but I don't work with clay very often because I hate this part. But thank you for that suggestion. If I ever work with clay again, which is doubtful, I'll remember that you said that. Okay. I think I'm just waiting to see if you guys think I should put this little piece right here. What I like about putting that there is I can make the tiniest little bow to put on top of that to bring some to bring a little bit of softness to this, because this is going to be, you know, it's not going to have anything soft on it, but I feel like it's better on this side, don't you? Oh, you use the same glue? Yours probably isn't 3 years old like mine, because I never used clay. So the glue just, you know, sat there and got thick and thick. I mean, it's still workable, but it's very thick. I remember it being this thick when it was new. I'm going to make an executive decision and just put this over here, you guys. And then if I had a little bow that I put right there, that would be charming, don't you think? Oh man. Okay, so I got these little guys. Maybe they can fit in someplace. Oh, he's too pretty to leave out. Look, he's a perfect little guy. Making some last minute decisions here. Oh, you're welcome, Cheryl. Yeah, I like to, I've gotten so used to that on my TV because my husband can't hear. And so through the entire program, he's like, what do you say? What do you say? What do you say? And it's like, well, I'm missing half the program because I'm, telling you what everybody said. So I've gotten so used to having the closed captioning on now I can't hardly watch anything without it. And you don't have to pay as close of attention because it's all just written right there on the screen. And I'm usually doing something. I'm usually looking at like Pinterest or something while I'm watching TV. So yeah, I like closed captioning. There. All right. I think I'm going to call that officially done. What do you think? Nice balance. Leaf, leaf, leaf. Nice balance. We've got this over here. Hopefully we'll get some really nice cracking, which I love. That is a nice thing about clay, to get some beautiful cracks that, are not expected. And I always enjoy that. Okay, that's it. Let me get some of this glue off of my fingers. I'm going to show you what I worked on this morning. You love it, Robin? Thank you, honey. This is like one of your projects, Robin, like totally involved and like way too many steps. I watch you do stuff and it's like, girl, you're doing way too much. I'm just going to try to clean my fingers off a little bit because I want to show you what I worked on this morning. I'm in a creative bubble right now, which I'm really enjoying. Thank you, Lourdes. Thank you, Joyce. Yeah, Patricia, and he won't hear, but it's like, they have hearing aids that you can just put in and you can't even see it. He will not hear of it. I don't know. I guess it's a manhood thing. But you know what? I'll say something to him and he'll go, what? And I'll just wait a couple of minutes, like a couple of seconds, and he'll answer me. So he's just so used to saying what. He hears me. He's just used to saying what. And then sometimes I'll say, you heard me. And get this little grin on his face. Oh, yeah, I heard you. Okay, I think that's about as much of that as I can get off. I know you enjoy the process, honey. But you have somebody doing all the yammering for you. I need a yammerer like Ron. Because to yammer, because you can like get your head totally in your project, Robin, because you don't have to talk to anyone, and that's nice. That's very, very nice. It'd be nice to have. Boy, my lives could be a lot shorter if I didn't have to talk. Oh, I'm very happy. I'm very happy with this. This is going to be amazing. And then this is going up here. You guys, it's going to be French and foofy, and as one of my friends says, it's going to be bougie. I love it. Yeah, it's a man thing for sure. Yeah, this is going to be gorgeous. I'm very happy about this. Most happy. Okay, here, let me show you what I worked on this morning. I just kind of whipped this up this morning because I'm big on two things. I'm big on the spring melody inlay, And I'm big on the frames to mold right now because you can make these darling things that hang like off of a doorknob, or they hang off like a knob on your furniture or something. So I'm big into making those right now. So here's the one that I'm working on right now. It's so pretty. So look, beautiful, soft. I believe this is autumn sage, and then I dry brushed it and I did gold on it and I put pearls, and look, that's the inlay, and I did some crackle around it in dark gray, not dark gray, stone gray. There's a little bit of crackle there, and then it'll have this beautiful bow up top, and then it'll have a loop up here that you can hang it from. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I just love it. It just screams springtime, doesn't it? Yeah, so that's what I worked on this morning. So I'll work a little bit more on that, and then that'll be ready. And look at this mold. This mold is so cool. This is my glue. When it sits for a long time, it gets dark. I think it kind of burns maybe, but you color it and it's not a big deal. So look at this mold. This is hot glue. It turns out perfect. It's got all these little, I mean, it's so detailed. I made another one because I had my glue gun plugged in. And then when I get like little fluffy bits like this, you just pull them right off. And then you get this. It's beautiful. And you could end it right here if you had a smaller project, or you could just use like that part up top there. You wouldn't have to use this. Yeah, this mold is amazing. You can find it in my Amazon shop. So that's it for me today, you guys. 1:23, so like about an hour and a half. So let's put this back over here. So next time we meet, I may paint these farmhouse linen, and then we can get right to the fun part, okay? We can get right to the kind of watercolory, you know. I am going to use Paint Couture paints, but I'm going to make them very watery, and it's going to be very soft. Oh, that looks so pretty. I'm hoping I can keep the words in between there, because I kind of like that. I like the way that looks. I didn't think that was going to be there when I was imagining this, but now that it is there, I kind of like it. I think it'll be very cool. All right, ladybugs, thanks for being here. Thanks for bearing with me when I tried to figure out my sound situation, which I finally figured out. When will I be live again? What mold is that? Donna, this is in my Amazon shop, honey. And when I bought mine last week, there were 7 left. So I don't know. It's in Amazon shop. I put a link in the comments, and it's in the mold section. And it's real, it's real flimsy and stuff. And when I opened it, I thought, oh, that's not going to work. It works beautifully. I don't know about clay. I think clay would be a bear to put in there. But I'll tell you what, for hot glue, it works beautiful. Look at that, beautiful. And I just antiqued it on the back. But isn't that beautiful? I have to do this again because I just love this. This just takes us to a whole new level, doesn't it? That's going to be so pretty. And this is going to be all gold, and yeah. Love it. All right, you guys. I will see you for sure. Thank you, Betty. I'll see you for sure on Tuesday. What's today, Sunday? Yeah, I won't be back till Tuesday. And we'll do Tag Along Tuesday, and we'll probably work on this. All right. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you a lot. And I got all my paints from Robin at Robin's Song, and there's a link for that. And I put a link for Kindest Regards, and I put a link for Wild Berries mold. Okay? I will see you on Tuesday. I'm a message away if you need anything. Bye.